Hi everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, whenever you're watching this video. We're going to talk a little bit about triangles. Now, you know what a shape of a triangle is like, but I bet you didn't know there's about 3 or 4 different types of triangles. So what we're going to look at today is classifying triangles using sides and classifying triangles using angles. So, when you look at a triangle like this is called a scalene triangle. And this handout is included with your booklet for this week. So what is a scalene triangle? It has none of the sides that are the same. And we've got this fancy word here, and I mentioned it at one of our meetings, congruent. Okay, congruent is just a fancy word that means equal. Okay, so when we look at a scalene triangle, none of the sides are equal. Okay, now when we look at another triangle called the isosceles, and you see these ticky marks here. Okay, those ticky marks tell us that these sides are equal. So an isosceles triangle has 2 congruent sides. They're equal. And our final one is called an equilateral. And if you think of equa, it's the same as equal. So equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. So they say all 3 sides congruent, and they've got these tickies telling me that these sides are the same. So when we're trying to classify a triangle, using its sides, we're looking for the little ticky marks. And if there aren't any ticky marks, then it's most likely a scalene triangle. So another way we can classify triangles is using the inside angles. And we just did work on types of angles. So acute angle, less than 90, right angle, perfect 90 degrees, and obtuse is greater than 90, but less than 180. So when we're looking at a triangle, an acute triangle has 3 of its inside angles. They're all acute. All right. A right triangle, super easy. Look for that square box there. It's got a right angle, so we call it a right triangle. And then when we're doing an obtuse triangle, one of the angles is obtuse. All right. And when you're looking like this, that's acute. This way, that's the obtuse triangle. All right. So 6 different ways to classify your triangles, and the most interesting part, a lot of these will be the same, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes' time. So this next page is included in your booklet as well, and the colors are much better because I have to change my printer ribbon. What I would like you to do is disregard this top part here. Okay, I don't want it to be confusing you, but what we're going to be looking here is what one of these, scalene, isosceles, or equilateral, can be an acute triangle as well. So we can have an acute scalene triangle, we could have an acute isosceles triangle, and we could have an acute equilateral triangle. And the thing with the equilateral triangle, all the sides equal, all the angles are equal as well. So if you look, they're 60 degrees. Now, a right triangle, we could have a right scalene, and we could have a right isosceles, but an equilateral one, not possible. For obtuse, we could have an obtuse scalene, none of the sides are the same. We could have an obtuse isosceles, where two sides are the same, but having an equilateral is impossible. So again, this is a good sheet to refer to when we're getting to our assignments. Now, this is lesson 1. I'm going to do it together with you digitally, and we are trying to identify which of these triangles match with their names, okay? So it says you'll need a ruler, but what we're going to do first is look for ticky marks. There's a ticky mark there and a ticky mark here. So I've got two sides that are equal. That tells me that this triangle is isosceles. Okay, I don't have to measure because the information given there helps me. Looking at C, ticky here, ticky here, ticky here. All three sides are equal. That's my equilateral triangle. Gonna make sure I spell it correctly. All right. D, tickies, tickies, two sides equal. That's an isosceles. All right. Now, I call them tickies. They could be tick marks. They're just there to help out. Looking at B, I don't have any tickies on it, and just by a quick glance, it looks like all three sides are different. This is a scalene. Okay, so this one, it's time to measure. So let's measure A, and we'll measure in centimeters. So I've got about 2.5 centimeters. And I've got 3 centimeters. Now, I could measure the last one, but at a quick glance, I don't have two sides equal. This is much greater than 3 centimeters. So this one would be a scalene. No sides equal. Okay, so let's look at this B. Okay, this one's 4.5. This one is 4.5 as well. So this side are equal. Isosceles. Four centimeters. 2.5 centimeters. And 3 centimeters. All different, scalene. And this one, I'm gonna look at it, and I believe all the sides are the same. Yep. So this is a equilateral. So really, a lot of times you could take a quick glance to see, but quick measurement will help us solve it. So this one, you don't have to do if you've done it with me. And we go to the next one. Now, we're not going to get you to do this part. This one is a lot easier if I'm together helping you out. So we're just going to identify here what type of triangle this is. And we can measure everything out, but let's just take quick glances here at B. This one is obviously an obtuse triangle. So this one is obtuse. And by taking a quick glance at this one, the angles are all smaller than 90 degrees, making this one a acute triangle. And that's really This one just to show you and also to give you some information right here. Now I apologize, I think I keep hitting the camera with my head, so it kind of shakes a bit. Now, haha, congruent. This one doesn't have too much about shapes in it, other than the word congruent. And remember, congruent means equal. Now, what you're gonna need to do here is, if you can print this out, awesome. If you can't print it out, then don't worry. We're just looking at the shape and if it is congruent, meaning is it the same. So you can use tracing paper, but if I look at this shape right now, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4-sided shape. Which does it match to? This one or this rectangle? Quick glance, this one. Okay, they're congruent, meaning they're the same. Let's take a quick glance at this one. Okay, does this look like this shape? Or does this look like that shape? Quick glance tells me that this is the right one. Now, they're saying, let's match the congruent pairs. So what we're gonna do, if you have tracing paper, you are really lucky, but if you don't worry about this page, okay? So I'm gonna trace this triangle out. Okay, and I'm gonna see if this matches with any other triangle. Whoa, look at this. No, but what if I turn it? No, those don't match. How about this one? Not even close. How about this one? Look at that. We got a match. So congruent pairs, we got A and D. So let me trace out this one. Okay, so we're done with these two. Quick glance, this is not matching with C, and if I look over here, C is not matching with any of them because it's too small. Let's try B on E. Nope. Now congruent means equal, not look kind of the same. It's got to be equal. Now let's try this shape. All right, we got a match. We have B and G. So these are gone. And we have F and E. They're not working together. But let's try if... Nope. F does not fit this one at all. So, tracing paper, trace it. Again, if you don't have tracing paper or you can't print the stuff out, don't worry, okay? So, that's it for today's lesson concerning the types of triangles and congruent polygons. So this was a thrilling 14-minute video. Yes, you guys will be able to watch it in peace and learn the truth about triangles. Have a good rest of the day.